Welcome to Opposites Distract. I'm Jared.
I'm Bo.
And we're very excited. We're going to talk about how IP rules the day. That's intellectual property, going as far back as
70s.
Well, even further back with Frankenstein.
Well, that's true.
In the 30s, even before that with the books.
The 1800s.
Yeah. And so
1700s.
And somehow they find ways to reinvent it. So we're talking about Frankenstein, the new Predator movie, and Stranger Things, which will be number one. It has been number one when it's out on Netflix, season 5. But they're all number one right now and will be number one with Stranger Things. Okay, we both watched Frankenstein.
Yes.
On Netflix.
Yes.
And you recommended it.
Yeah, I did.
And it is sensational.
Phenomenal.
We love it! We love it!
Could not agree more. That opening scene, I was hooked.
Yes.
Spoiler alert if you're not
Yeah,
haven't
there's
seen it yet.
going to be spoilers.
Absolutely. But that opening scene, when he emerges just yelling and this horrible gargling sound, smoke coming out of his voice, and he's half on fire, you don't know why, and then just starts beating the shit out of everyone. You're like, what is, and then I love when they do this. They broke it up into different points of view. Like, that's your part of the story. Here's mine. And they did that with Frankenstein. You know, they had Victor Frankenstein's story first, but then the second half was the actual beast.
Definitely the best Frankenstein movie.
Yes.
Or show or whatever of all time. I mean, and it's not recency bias. I mean, it was shot well. The acting was phenomenal. And then just the different take and the time they took to tell the story. I did hear this. The guy who plays Frankenstein's monster.
JacobElordi?
Yeah. And so we saw him first, Saltburn, and then something else.
He did some,
Saltburn
not
was kinda
Kissing
weird.
Booth, but he did some other one that Liv was actually telling me about. I never saw it. Some rom-com.
Yeah, Saltburn, my co-host Katie's like, I hated that movie. She loved it. I thought it was garbage, but he was good in it.
Yeah.
It was just so weird, and nothing really happens.
And he's in Euphoria.
That's it. That's
Yes.
where we know him probably
That's
most
where
famously.
I saw him first, was Euphoria.
He said when he did the makeup for when he has like the hood on and the cloak, that was 5 hours of makeup. When his whole body, it was 11 hours of makeup. 11 every single day before he started to shoot.
Dude, that's gotta be a
11
record. I wonder what
hours.
the record is. Let's add in what is the record for the longest makeup time period? That's got to
It's
be up
gotta
there.
be up
That's
there.
that's more than half the day.
Yes, and
Every day you're in overtime. You're like, I'm making some money, man.
It's before and he said he liked it because he could,
Prep.
he can really prep and think about it. And he said by the time they action, like I was Frankenstein's monster, but 11 hours.
But so 11 hours in the makeup chair would be great if you did have a lot of dialogue. But if you work with him, there wasn't a lot of dialogue.
No.
That may mess you up more because you're just the whole time psyched up and you can't amp yourself up to perform at this in the moment because you got 13 hours, 12 hours, 11 hours of a makeup chair.
Yeah.
That could take you out of it for sure. What is it?
The longest is 20 hours for Rod Steiger's full body tattoos in the 1969 film The Illustrated Man.
The Illustrated Man.
and
20 hours?
20 hours?
20 hours.
They must have did it once and got.
What year was that?
1960.
100% on cocaine.
Yeah.
Every one of them on cocaine, just line after line, baby.
It's
like, we got 8 hours to go. And they're like, this is hour 27.
It's like, how do you do? And then I know Penguin with
Colin
Farrell.
Farrell.
I think he says 8 hours every day, but 11 hours before you even start acting
that's
is
a dream
crazy.
if you have a lot of dialogue.
But he does.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
he
Or in
does.
Penguin he did. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have this much prep time and they leave you alone for the most part in the makeup chair. You know, they'll ask you a few little things, but they do their thing. I've never been in 8 hours of makeup. I think the longest makeup I've ever been in is like 20 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
And they like cut my hair. And, I've never done, I want to do like a transformative thing where I have
would
like an
love that
eye
for you.
patch or a fucking scar down my eye or something like that. I long for the opportunity because now it's just like, just look like you. I'm like, I can't really get into as much as if you didn't look like me.
every day, yeah.
Yeah, if I see myself in a mirror, maybe it's easier to transition. That's what all the great actors say. They become the character once they're in their makeup and in their wardrobe.
Right.
They feel different, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, we've had people with our morning show. They would come in from the different haunted houses. But there's a guy, is the Hollywood Horror Show. He did professional makeup in Hollywood for years, and he came in and he did crazy stuff for us. Took maybe an hour, and then had us go to the one of the haunted houses and then be a part of it, but like real legit Hollywood style makeup.
Yeah.
And when you look in the mirror, you start to feel like, oh, I'm this person.
This is who I am now.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it is. And not only that, but like the makeup artists, I have a crazy makeup artist story, but for the most part, they're very accommodating and amicable and they want to help and be quiet. One of my first films though, one of the biggest films I've ever done, I'm not there for about a week, but the first day on, I go to makeup and most of the time they have like, 5 or 6, sometimes men, but 80% women.
Okay.
And very affirming, the trailer, one of the kids might be. I go in and there's a guy who has neck down on the forehead tattoos, spiky hair, gauges, listening to death metal the whole time he's doing my makeup. And I'm thinking, and this is one of my newer things.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, is this normal?
I didn't feel safe. It was scary.
Right.
Because I'm pretty intimidated right now. I can't look at my lines.
Right.
I actually know who that guy is, but I haven't seen him since. But he's a pretty well-known makeup artist.
Really? Because it's somebody that throw me off if they're doing death metal and you're new and you don't. How can you concentrate on like prepping? Right.
They don't even really ask what you want. They're just like, hold still. You're like, okay,
Close your eye.
don't blink. Yeah, that's it.
I did like Frankenstein. Some of the things that, besides it being shot well, the actor who plays Victor Frankenstein is just
Oscar Isaacs.
He's sensational.
Ex Machina. If you haven't seen it, that was one of his like breakout
Oh
roles.
yeah, I've not
Ex
seen it. I know
Machina.
what you're talking about.
Phenomenal movie.
But he's really good, and just the time. But one of the things I liked at the beginning when you first see Frankenstein's monster, and he's trying to get to Victor, and he's throwing people. And I mean, because we've all seen movies where there's the villain, the monster, the whatever it may be, even if it's like a protagonist, but he's supposed to be tough, and he's not. Like one of the problems we had with the new Superman movie, there was times where like he was indestructible, and there's other times where like a henchman is beating him up, and like this makes no sense.
Yeah, he
like,
almost died like 6 times in that movie.
and you're like,
It's the
what's
first
going,
movie?
It's like, what's going on? And so like Blade the movie, I always thought that he was like a bad A. Like he went through
a
and
bad ASS if you're ass for PG.
if you didn't know what it was short for.
Yeah, I agree.
But,
I
but
agree.
they made him like that. So that
They nerf him.
Nerf. That's what. Yes.
They nerf him down. And Frankenstein,
I hate that. I
he
hate
wasn't
nerfed.
nerfed. He wasn't nerfed.
And they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
I mean, I'd never seen, again, him do something like any of that
No.
in another film. I mean, hyper violent, picking them up, breaking their jaws off and everything else. It was phenomenal. Like you said, the acting was great. Oscar Isaacs, I've never seen him in anything bad.
No.
And the story, like you said, it was paced right. It took its time.
Yeah.
It didn't rush. It wasn't like, here, just there's Frankenstein and we're moving from that. It's like, no, we're going to show you everything.
Yeah.
The only thing is they did leave it on a big cliffhanger. As you notice, they got the bride out, And
Bride of
she's
Frankenstein?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
And
okay.
then, he's taking care of Oscar Isaac's character towards the end, and now he's on his own. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the allure is that Frankenstein, the monster, makes the bride in history, right?
You know what? I should know this because all I can think about is Mel Brooks, a young Frankenstein,
Yeah.
and then Bride of Frankenstein. I've heard of Bride of Frankenstein. That has to be what it is because
Yeah.
he wanted Victor to make a companion for him,
Yeah.
and he refused.
So you liked the movie then,
Yeah, I
right?
loved it. I would just say the last 20 minutes, 25, it got a little tedious, slowish.
Boring.
But I mean, it's kind of like watching, Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and instead of being a game-winning shot, they hit some free throws at the end. And it's like
A little whimper.
Look, kind of. Maybe it's the way it faded a little bit towards
did.
the end. But
You know what it felt like? It felt like the beginning. They wanted
first half was like, oh my gosh.
Well, they wanted to start that movie in the North Pole on the ice
Yes.
and him destroying people. That's how they wanted to start it. So they did that, and then in the back of their head, they're thinking, well, we'll just find out how he gets there later on.
Yeah.
Because then it made no sense. And to me, when at the very end, he's chasing Victor Frankenstein, and they go from middle of England to the North Pole, and while he's chasing him, why we go this far? And he's going to dog sled, and he's going out and chasing Frankenstein. But it felt like I said, they were trying to end the movie there. And so they had he runs to the North Pole. There was no reason for it.
No.
It felt it's superfluous. Like they could have done this in the mansion that night when
Right.
he was killing everyone else. Just hash it out right here. But they didn't. It kind of drug it out. And that's why it felt that way.
Yeah, it cut 20 off of it, and the movie I think is a little bit better. But it's a great movie. 95% score from the audience.
Which
Rotten
really
Tomatoes.
matters.
To me, it matters. And then the critics is like 86, 87, still certified fresh. But when the audience is 95% this day and time, you don't ever see that. I mean, you see it rarely, especially as it's been out for over it's been a few days or a few weeks or whatever.
Or the new Apple show, Pluribus.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently that's 100%.
Yeah.
Critics. Is it critics or that's viewership? 100%. It's got to be viewership.
It must be.
Because that's incredible. Vince Gilligan, the new show. He wrote Broken Bad, did the whole thing, and this is new.
Even Breaking Bad.
Has Broke Bad.
You said Broken Bad. You're thinking of Brokeback Mountain. I know why.
Mountain.
We know why. Don't we,
Different
Deja?
movie. I'm sorry.
I never misspeak.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I never have only every single sentence almost broken bad. But yeah, so it's even back at this. I haven't seen the show. We're probably talking about it next week. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. But
I've heard it's excellent.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's about, but I've heard it's excellent.
TV is entering a phase.
Yes,
dude.
it is.
Golly, because these are features like Frankenstein that would be in the theaters and would be crushing the
Yes.
theaters. I mean, case in point, the new Predator, right? It
Yeah.
did 88 million opening weekend.
Right.
Old school IP yet again strikes, and so we have Frankenstein. One of the longest American canon stories, if it's American, I don't know, maybe British. We're gonna claim it.
Yeah,
We'll claim it
we take it over.
100%. And now you have, this other new established IP, Predator, since the 70s, crushing again.
Well, the thing about, and you saw that
I did.
with the new Predator movie, and it did that. It did that well with, I think, very little marketing. I didn't see much marketing. Maybe you did, because maybe it's in your algorithm, but like there wasn't like this blitz, and for it to do that well this time of year is pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, it was a great movie. But plus, too, there's not a ton of competition in that world right now in the theaters. You know what I mean? It was like a alien sci-fi, just fun, kill 'em up. Elle Fanning. Oh my God. I have a new celebrity dream list actress I want to work with.
Oh,
Elle
really?
Fanning. It used to be
Dakota?
Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, I like Haley a
I
lot.
love Haley. I love her as a person, but it used to be like my dream partnership on camera for a female. Elle Fanning.
Really?
100%. She is so good in that film. That actually kind of sold it for me. The only thing I didn't like about the Predator movie was when I think about Predator, I think about this alpha killer. We already talked about this on our World Cup of Killers.
Yes.
He was the GOAT, right? This kind of starts as an origin story to someone who has to prove himself to be a part of the tribe of Predator Kings.
I see.
And then he needs to get a vendetta. I'm not going to spoil why, but he needs to get a vendetta against someone. And he goes to this planet to kill the mean, bad beast. But he has none of his tech. He is not really that skilled. He's not really hunting anything. He's more or less being hunted. It's a different paradigm.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it as much. I want Predator to like going to town and destroying people.
Right. It's
Not
like watching
random
Jaws,
aliens.
and like Jaws is being chased by another shark. You're like,
Right.
What? No,
Exactly.
I don't want that.
And it humanized him.
No.
I don't want him to be humanized.
No.
I want him to be a stone cold killer.
Yes.
No feelings at all. And they did a good job of showing that at the front end of why he was what he was, but he was nerfed. Don't nerf our people.
don't nerf them. Stop
I'm tired
nerfing.
of this, man.
Because I didn't know what nerf was until a couple months ago when you said it for the first time. But yeah, the nerfing's got to stop. They didn't nerf Frankenstein.
No, they buffed him.
Yeah, I mean, it's where
They buffed him up.
But what they did a good job is showing the humanization. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, if you're in his way, bad news for you.
Right.
Your jaw's coming off.
But he wasn't really an instigator. He was pretty much on the defensive end.
He was.
For the most part.
Which makes sense, I think. Yeah.
But, again, I didn't describe why was he so strong? What?
No, I just thought about something.
What?
No.
Your phone ringing?
No.
Oh, that's
no.
that's my
No,
phone.
no.
ringing.
I just thought about something in Frankenstein, but
Hit it, dude.
so no.
Hit me.
No,
I wanna know.
I know you love him as an actor, and I can't remember his character's name. He was the financier for Victor Frankenstein in this movie. He was in Django Unchained. You love this guy, Christoph
Waltz.
Waltz. He's so good.
Phenomenal.
He's good in everything he does.
Phenomenal. No, I know.
He even had some line, like some throwaway line that was like kind of, and it was just funny. It was like he's even being funny. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
no,
just
he's
so fan. Because I know
phenomenal.
you like him, so when I was watching it, I do too. But when I was watching, I'm like, this guy is so good. Every scene he's in, he steals it.
Steals it.
There's just something about it that you gravitate
He
towards
has so
him.
much magnetism, and I'm wondering if it's because of his origin story.
Mm-hmm.
With his real origin story, as you know, he probably was like a soap star in Germany, blah blah blah, small roles. But then here comes Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Hans Landa. His opening scene is heralded as one of the greatest scenes in cinematic history when he's doing that interrogation at that table.
Yeah.
That's your first scene. It really is a Hollywood star. He's proven his weight. The dude is incredible. And he got a kind of a later start,
Yes.
honestly. But that I guess runway for him made him a better actor because he is, like you said, phenomenal in everything he's in.
He's so good.
Very quirky, very, very, I don't know if you can
Different.
have a deep conversation with him or I'd want to.
Oh yeah, I've seen him interviewed before, and he is,
Very heady.
heady. I don't think he's precious. I don't think he crosses over that. I think he's close to it sometimes, but I think like acting, he's just so into it, and then he just lives a different life, is different culture. But there's a scene where he has been financing Victor for a while, and then he's like,
Come on.
okay, this has been a friendly thing for a while. Let's get something going here. And he's using the restroom, and then he just pulls the ultimate power move when he's done using the restroom. I don't know if you remember.
I didn't catch it.
He goes, "Flush that for me," as he walks out to Victor. And he just, after he's like, "You're going to get this done now. If you don't, you're not getting any more money. Flush this for me." And this is, the 1800s.
That's one of the best lines in a toilet I've heard since Alonga Came Polly with Alec Baldwin at Ben Stiller. Where he's like, they're at the urinals and he's talking to him.
All right, you want me to check them out?
Yeah, there's just one catch. Maybe a little extra bonus for you, help you with those house payments.
All right.
And he's like shaking in, like tickling his ear and all this. That's the greatest scene in the bathroom. That's one of the best
great
scenes.
scene.
Oh, it's all a power move, and just the whole time he's just touching him. It's like, oh my God, it just drives me crazy to do that.
And then we won't say what Victor does, but Victor, he's not one to be messed with either. But he kind of took it, but then he didn't really take it. But I just you were talking, and I sorry I interrupted you. But Christopher Waltz.
No, he didn't.
When I was watching, I'm like, oh, Bo loves this guy, and I can see why. This guy's just fantastic.
He's just a different kind of caliber person.
The casting and the lady who I guess will
Maya
be
Goth.
I have not seen her in anything. I don't think.
You have. Maya Goth is amazing. Shia LaBeouf's wife. Believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yes. She's phenomenal. I saw her with
The
Maxine. Yeah, the Maxine horror film that just came out was it this year.
Okay.
Earlier?
Yeah.
I have not seen it. I know talking about.
Yeah.
She was fantastic.
Blade? She's in Blade?
Like the remake?
Makes sense.
Blade.
Oh,
Yeah.
the remake, yeah.
It had to be the remake because she
was gonna say
Blade in the
she's
90s. She's too young.
I gotta sneeze.
But go ahead.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
You waited too long.
I waited too long.
I hate that. That's a weird. That's a terrible feeling.
It is. Just tempting me. Just tickling my undercarriage.
So I'm telling you, if only I could. Well, I have.
Yeah, anytime.
Frankenstein. We can't recommend it more if you're looking for something. And it's like it's not scary. It's intense.
It is.
There's some scary moments, but it's not like
Did you see the Benicio del Toro Wolfman movie?
I did not.
It's up there with this Frankenstein.
Okay.
Except it's about the Wolfman. So they have
Right.
these established horror, the OG horror IPs. I mean, and there's a Christian Bale, The Bride of Frankenstein coming out in like a couple weeks.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
So
Very
nothing
strange
nothing
timing.
attached.
No.
This is a theater release.
This
dude?
is a theatrical release.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I've seen.
And Christian Bale, weird timing again.
That is weird.
Because it's like, we're not going to have any Frankenstein movies for 40 years. And now it's like 2 in the same month.
Yeah, they had like the De Niro one that was a while. I didn't see it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You talking?
You talking to me?
Talking to me?
Where's Victor?
Where's Victor?
Where's Victor?
I was Frankenstein the original Groot?
I'm Groot.
Maybe.
Because for the first half of the
Yeah.
movie, all he says is Victor.
Yes, this much we have established.
And
Victor.
he's just grunting.
Victor. But he wasn't bolted. I mean, they made it different.
Yeah.
They made it different.
They couldn't really
made
add
it
a
different.
bolt. There'd be no reason to.
They didn't. I just because when you recommend it, I'm like, I trust you. Although we did have a run in theaters that wasn't good, but there's no way of you knowing that. There's like a 3
I
movie.
see a lot of not good movies.
Yeah,
dude.
you do.
I see a
And you're
lot.
like, let's go see this.
Oh my God.
But there's nothing you've seen. I don't think you've ever recommended something, maybe one time, that we're like, not really. The Guinness show, I didn't give it much of a chance. I didn't really get into that. That's my fault. I watched one episode.
The Guinness
Kinda.
Show.
Yeah.
The Netflix Guinness. It's.
I know you love it. I didn't give enough. I didn't give enough
Did
chance.
you like Bridgerton and all this? Do you not like English shows?
I
Is that
do.
what it is?
Downton Abbey. You know, this was Frankenstein. Frankenstein is a horror type version
Downton Abbey.
of Downton Abbey.
Same thing.
I mean, it has the
Same
regalness,
thing.
the great acting. You know,
The Brits got it going on.
when
with
you
their
watch it, it's so aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
The refining nature of just all of it, just even their verbiage and the way they talk, and it's just.
It's
and
no
that was
Nosferatu though.
Nosferatu was dope, dude.
It's not. It's not
Because
it's not
it did not whimper.
Are we getting into like the horror goats from like the past? Because think about it.
That's old school.
Nosferatu,
Big time.
Now we got Frankenstein. Wolfman. There was a Wolfman come out in the last year or so. Had Ruth from Ozark in it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so they're hitting these OGs horrors because again, biggest bang for your buck.
IP.
Horror films
And
established IP. No one's willing to take a risk.
That's right.
You know.
And then, but at some point, it was a risk. That's what's so interesting.
Yeah.
And I guess it's hard for studios. You explained this several times, but studios, it's so hard to get them to look past the risk. But like, for example, Stranger Things is now a majorly established IP. Season 5, although it's been over 8 to 10 years now, exactly the time
They're
frame.
adults at this point.
Yeah, they show them when they started, and now they're supposed to be teenagers. You're like, not. But
Yeah, I've seen a meme about that, like just adding old people, like when the show started and where they're now.
Yes.
It's like I can't remember the kid's name. And later in life, he's Morgan Freeman. And this
he
is how
started
long it's
here,
been.
and now he's Morgan
Yeah,
Freeman.
and I get that they take a
takes
long
time,
time, but with that much of a budget,
Yeah.
I mean, really, it takes that long? I don't think so.
I don't know what the deal, but that was something that was
That's
a
an
risk.
outlier, though.
That was a risk.
But think about when it came out. Timing's everything. Think when it came out. This is when Netflix just came off TV and DVD to a streaming platform.
Yeah.
They had House of Cards. And
Orange is the New Black, maybe.
Yeah. No, I think I'm
No,
pretty sure
Orange is the New Black was first.
Was before?
Yeah.
They, were kind of the front runners of these intellectual IP shows.
Yeah.
And, they were claiming their stake on it.
Yeah, to me, if I feel like House of Cards was so well done,
So well done.
and that did where you're watching like, okay, streaming has something here. But I think Stranger Things took it to that next level. We're like, oh, they could just do anything. I mean, they can make movies. I feel you're watching a movie. That was a risk because even when you hear about I can't even describe the premise with the upside down and all the different characters in the 80s and blah,
because
blah, blah,
we
blah.
don't know, but we're supposed to find out in this next little bit here. But they're going to drop it all at the same time as Netflix does.
Yeah, they're going to. Yeah, they're doing what I think Thanksgiving Day or weekend.
So they're not doing the whole time? Oh, when did this happen?
Yeah, they changed. I think they were going to all. Yeah, I think they're only doing 3 episodes, but I think they're an hour and a half to 2 hours each.
What? No, I thought they're doing like 5 or 6.
Deja, look it up. I'm pretty sure, and it's. I think it's Thanksgiving weekend. One. The second one is, I believe, Christmas Eve or Christmas, and then the last one is New Year's Eve.
Well,
and then you can actually watch the last one in theaters as well.
You know, I think we both are restarting the last season to get recouped on what actually happened. But they released this 5-minute long trailer.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes.
Is that the first 5 minutes?
It's the first 5 minutes of season 5.
They need a lot of context because, like you said, I have no idea what's happening.
They need like a
episode recap,
season 4 or all 4 seasons recap,
and
then lead into that. Maybe it's on there. I didn't see it on Netflix.
There is a YouTube video of that. Hello, YouTube. That it showed like, here's what you missed, and 30 minutes of every important part to make this make sense, because right now it doesn't make sense.
Because Vector, I'm sorry, I'm screwing it up.
I think it's Vecna.
But it's like incredible. The first 5 minutes is super intense, and it's Will. Like we know we have a better understanding that Vecna's been a part of this since the beginning, and where I believe I get the names wrong. Will has been the whole time, and how it all started. They kind of go back to the very beginning, and Vecna, because I read something today after we watched the 5 minutes that Vecna, some people say, oh, he came in a little bit later, but they're saying he's been running the show the entire time, and I don't really understand what that means exactly when we watch it, but he's been pulling the strings and
see it.
Yeah,
because that last little clip in the trailer was a little disturbing for a lot of reasons.
Yeah,
I mean, he had you may have to blur it if you put the clip in, but it looks like something else. Yeah, and like pushing things down Will's throat, and he's like, we're going to do so many great things together. It felt a little Epstein-y. I was like, Vecna. Can we? Vecna. But maybe they're trying to make him that bad. But that's one thing that stood out. That visual, I'm thinking, you may should have done that a little different. Yeah, like put it in his throat or something, like here, not like in his mouth, and his eyes are rolling backwards, and Vecna's like, we're gonna have so much fun together. It's like, oh god, that wasn't really.
Chill, Epstein.
But again, they may have done that. Marketing, creative marketing. Speaking of which, we have a retraction.
We do.
Apparently, the Millie Bobby Brown, David Harbour thing was bullshit.
No, it's not.
That's what I heard.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. That's what I heard. I heard
that too, but I did a deep dive. Go ahead, though.
No, please. You may have more. Because I'm thinking, oh no, I just
no. You're exactly right that they were seen. They showed up together. Okay, so back up really quick. Millie Bobby Brown accused David Harbour of harassment and bullying on the set of Stranger Things over a course of some time. There was an internal investigation. Nothing sexual was alleged, and they kind of just leaked. And I know it's coming out soon, but then they showed up at the red carpet together, and people were saying, "Oh, it's a publicity stunt." But so David Harbour's like, "I agreed to look like a horrible bully to a young girl." No, there's no way.
So you think it's?
I think the PR people said, let's say you and I got into it. One time I took your text and put it through ChatGPT, and I said, see, you are being passive aggressive.
He's like, you're being passive aggressive. I'm like, no, I'm not. And then he puts the ChatGPT and it says, well, Jared, you are right.
You're right.
He is being passive aggressive.
And he hates that. But
and I'm thinking, he thinks I hate it. I was like, I'd be embarrassed to admit that. Are you kidding me? I would, even if I did, I'd be like,
embarrassed.
I'm gonna go to the grave with that.
Also, to defend myself, you weren't either, but I definitely wasn't sleeping then. Remember, we were like working full time for another company. Anne was working full time.
I remember. It's such a if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And no one really knows. Like 5 people know, but it's good.
We're doing it for you guys.
Yeah, it's great. But no, but that is out there. So you're correct. That thought is publicity stunt. But the PR people got together like, you'll have to act right at this thing. And maybe he's apologized and all that. There's no upside because you don't want one of the stars that's a much older man to be the bully of a young girl. That must turn people off. There is something like if Winona Ryder's dating David Harbour, then you're like, ooh, or
Liam Neeson, Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson,
yeah.
And Pam Anderson. Apparently that was all bullshit. I thought, I was like, oh, that's a great couple. And they're like, no, just kidding.
Yeah, and I'm like, they don't need to do that. They're so established. But you're right, though. That is out there. That is in the...
People get creative with their marketing, man. You know, we talk about some horror films passing out holy water. We talk about people pretending to pass out and have exorcisms in theaters.
Yeah, there's some.
I mean, it just feels
Would I put
really
it past
weird.
Hollywood? But it's like, one, they don't need it. It's going to be the biggest thing this year.
You think?
It's going to be number one. It's going to be number one. I think probably the most watched show ever on Netflix.
Well, you haven't seen my new Hallmark film.
When is that coming out?
It's called The Handyman Saves the Day. Can't talk about it. TBD.
I hope it's called that. And then it doesn't make David Harbour look good.
They're
It
like,
also
we're
doesn't
running
make
out of titles.
Millie Bobby Brown, it kind of makes her look like she's snitching on a co. It doesn't. It's just not like a good. I don't know. There's really no upside. Why, would you, as an actor, agree?
No.
Like you're gonna be a bully of a young girl.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna hate you for
No.
what? For something that's going to be great.
Look, that's why. I mean, I
But
see
when they
what you're
showed the red
saying.
carpet, people said like,
Well, no.
what's
Like
going on?
apparently had some of like the reports. There's like one report and it wasn't vetted, and then I saw these other TikTokers and YouTubers saying, "Yeah, it's not true. This is not
the whole
what-"
thing's not true.
That's what they're saying.
Okay, interesting.
So I have no idea.
There's a lot of fake news out there.
Everybody lie, he'll lie, they'll lie.
There's everything's fake news, man. Because again, you gotta get those clicks, you gotta get the eyes,
Yes.
you gotta get the views on things. But like you said, Stranger Things not gonna need it. Like
No,
they're
they're not
already
gonna
gonna
need
be
it.
probably the biggest thing out there besides my new TBD Hallmark.
And or do you really have a Hallmark thing coming? TBD.
No.
You don't?
No.
I wish you did.
They kicked me out of the club.
I would love to see you in a Hallmark movie. They did release.
Dude, I have them out there. In fact,
I watch Country Roads Christmas. Did I get it right?
Yes, thank you. In fact,
I'm bad with titles.
my 4-year-old, my 2-year-old had never seen that.
That's a good
and
movie.
so they're
That's a
like,
sweet
this morning, funny enough, they said, "We watch it with Daddy," and Libby's like, Libby's my wife. We have the movie you've never seen before. It's a Christmas movie. Okay, and of course they were just enthralled, and they're like, that would be hard for someone to kind of comprehend a little bit. Like,
Of course,
it's kinda
you're here,
weird.
and they're
But
like,
are your kids that way with the radio when they hear your voice on the radio? Like, oh, this is Dan.
well, Ezra doesn't really get it, but because he's 5, but
Yeah.
he's like, Daddy's on the. Now, even
and a lot of Tylenol, from my understanding.
yeah, well, Tylenol.
Yeah, remember the autism report recently?
I'm clearly a Tylenol baby.
This little heart.
I think everyone.
Dang, I ruined the joke. I'm sorry.
Go it,
Because
Jared.
I'm a Tylenol baby. I'm a TB. What do you?
TB.
What do you expect from me?
No, I was.
No. Dang it.
Ezra
I
is
hate-
he's a
he's
sweetheart.
sweet. He's a sweet kid.
So smart and so sweet.
No, he is sweet, and he.
Little soft.
You think?
You may want to get him in fighting, dude.
No, you should see him in soccer, dude. No, but it's funny because this first year playing soccer, and people are like, "Who cares?" But his first year playing soccer, he was 4,
Yeah.
and if somebody stole the ball, he'd run off the field. I'm like, "Oh no!" He didn't understand. He's like crying, and then by the end of the year, he kind of got a little bit. This year, he's slide tackling the whole game. Nobody else is slide tackling. He's slide tackling. He's goals. He's scoring 8 goals, 6 goals in a game and stuff.
Dude.
He's like uber aggressive out of nowhere because he understands it more.
Yeah, he doesn't. But youth athletics compared to when we were,
Yeah.
me, different generation than you. But when we were there, it was not near as competitive. And you guys are just learning how to walk or making the rules of the sport.
It was right after World War II,
Yeah,
so.
it was right after World War II. So you're like, what are the rules of this
We're
game
just back
again?
from war. What are we doing?
Now the sports of the kids are insane.
Yeah.
Like they're so good and competitive
Yes.
compared to where we were when we were, 7, 10, whatever. I look at them like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like that's how much the level has increased just in one generation.
Yeah.
Really too, since you guys were playing stick loop or whatever. And then we started.
What in the world?
You know what that is?
No, I don't.
It's a game. Yes, it's like when the original
Stick
games.
loop?
Or it's like it's loop stick or something. Look that up, Deja.
No,
yeah,
don't.
Yeah. It's like a big ring, and you run on the
Stick loop?
Yes. No. It's a big ring, and you hit it with a stick as you're going.
You're like rolling it?
Yeah. Kind
I've
of.
seen
You
that in
hit it off
movies.
the top. It's a
It's
thing.
like a hula hoop that you keep on going.
What's it called?
She's her
Deja?
internet just exploded over there.
Yeah.
Ours our producer Deja.
I think
we're really
producer
working our
Deja did
overtime.
this. We really are.
Did
But
we
it's
had
called
some-
stick loop or stick hoop. Yes.
I like the name Stick Loop. Yes,
Yeah,
I played with sticks. Stick Loop.
your stick.
Kick the can down the road.
Man, I see kids everywhere with those stick hoops lately.
No, me too. It's gotta be bad for their brains, right?
I played tackle football in 3rd grade, which I know they do that now.
You made play what?
I played tackle football in 3rd grade. I mean, like
I bet you
played
were
the
a center,
Oklahoma.
weren't you? You're like a
I
center.
was skinny then. I was running back. I was running back in high school.
I'm going to get the answer to this.
Stick Loop. I just like the name just caught me off guard.
A hoop and stick.
Hoop and stick.
A hoop and stick, yeah. It's where they have a bamboo hoop and they, run it around and hit a stick.
Okay, so they're rolling the hula hoop thing down and they're hitting the top of it. I've seen that in movies.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
But stick loop just makes me laugh because it's a ridiculous name. I love it. If it's not called stick loop, it should be called stick loop.
We're changing the name to stick loop. No, but think about the competitiveness of these. So you got to get your kid in fighting. Got to get him in his first street
He's doing
fight.
Basketball.
I think it's important for every kid at some point to have a fight.
Yeah. What was your first fight?
Oh boy, it was a doozy.
Should we save it for another episode or do it now?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
It was in 6th grade, first big one. First big one, in 6th grade on the school bus. You know how things go. Jay talking all day long, right?
Yeah.
Things are coming to the end of the summer, or rather the end of the spring, about to go into summer.
We were summer school probably.
All year long, just bullshit talking, right? So one of the last days, these kids, 3 kids, followed me home from the bus stop. And I have an older brother, so I'm like, hey, come on out, help me out. Of course, he did. He helped me out by telling him where I was at and saying, there he is.
He's right over there.
His weak spot's his left knee. And it was like a jump session. They jumped me.
No way.
But then finally they're like, oh, let's do rules. Somehow we have rules in a jumping.
Right.
And then so it was 1v1. And we're fighting one person, then the next person. And then the last person, the end of the fight, was the first time I ever punched one in the face as hard as I could.
It's a weird
Split
feeling.
their lip, and the rules were first to bleed. He loses. And so he bled. That was my first one. And yeah, it was invigorating. It's important have you ever been in a fist fight? Like a
I
fist
have,
fight?
but it's been a long time.
I think it's important. I think it proves something to yourself.
It's a weird feeling punching another human in their face. It feels it's a weird feeling.
Use your elbow. You don't feel it near as much. A little more disconnected from your soul because that.
But most fights just turn into like a melee where you're on the ground.
Always,
yeah. And so if but the one that sticks out to me, it has a little Joe Pesci in it. Where I was in 9th grade. It wasn't my first. The first one I can remember. I'd only got a handful, and we're playing basketball at my church, of course. And this guy, he was one of my best friends, and he was like a punk. Like he's just a track, and we didn't really know, and I didn't know him that well, so probably it wouldn't have been But he said something about like he hit a 3 on me or something. He's like, oh yeah, and I had acne at the time. He's like, yeah, pizza face. You can't guard me, pizza face. And I was like, it was my biggest insecurity because I had clear skin in 8th grade and then all of a sudden, it was bad and I had to Accutane, all the stuff they do. It's like illegal now.
Yeah.
And it cleared it right up, but for a while it was bad. And it's on your face. You can't hide it. I didn't have a beard or anything.
Right.
And
Lord, you wear makeup. Some guys in high school would try makeup.
Oh, no.
And they're sweating. It's like coming like, are you
full disclosure, sometimes it got bad, I got my sister's foundation.
Absolutely.
And then it would dry and it was like obvious. I'm like, oh, you don't know what to do.
You don't.
And people are like, you got makeup. I'm like, no, I don't.
No, dude, it's not makeup. No, my mom kissed me, bro. Get off me.
Stop. And we go out in the hallway, and this was in the 90s, and they had a hallway phone on the wall. And he's like, good game. And I took the phone off the wall, hit him right in his face. And he's like, what? And I said, call me pizza face again, see what happens. He's like, dude. And then we became friends.
That's how it works.
And he played college baseball like LSU. He ended up being a great athlete. But
that's how it works. It's like women don't understand. But
took it off with
some of your best friends are the ones you have been in physical altercations with. I can think of off the top of my head 3 of my high school buddies. Dio, Rhodey, these guys I used to be in fist fights with, and now we talk all the time.
Yes.
You have to prove yourself in some regard.
And sometimes you become good friends right after that.
Didn't knock some sense into him.
Absolutely. I've seen some videos of guys knocking each other out in a street fight and then picking up hands and shaking and exchanging numbers being fun.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of it's a proving ground. Girls, you don't get it.
No.
You don't get it.
They just hold grudges for the rest of your life.
As if.
Yeah, and build resentment and think in the world. Let's just fight now and figure it out. And then afterwards, all right, I'm good.
Be over it. Just be over it. All right. Follow us on all the social media platforms, Opposites Distract, and obviously subscribe, wherever you get your podcasts as well.
Comment,
all the stuff. We're very interactive with you, all the different social media platforms. And until next time.